It's justified. When your land is occupied. When your land is occupied. Resistance is justified. When your land is occupied. Resistance is justified. 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 Palestine! Palestine! Palestine!
Before I start, I'd just like to use all your Christmas wishes and magic and ask Santa for obviously peace, but secondly, lots of whistles, horns and drums for Christmas so we can just berate them all on the 22nd of January finale. So just because it's Christmas, we're not to stop boycotting. So we spend so much money, do not give it to fund any more slaughter. So just a reminder, no pit stops in Mackey's or Burger King while you're out Christmas shopping. No meeting your friends in Costa or Starbucks to swap presents over a coffee. Go independent because it's better for the local economy anyway. Don't buy your pyjamas or anything else from Next, Zara, Marx's, etc. And definitely no Apple or Nike. And try not to buy the big tubs of branded chocolates of selection boxes like Cadbury, Nestle, Mars, Ferrero Rocher After Eight. Buy own brand and do not buy Coke or Pepsi for your Christmas parties. And if you can, spare a thought for those less fortunate, donate to any charities. Any unwanted gifts, give them to homeless charities or charity shops, or even Margie for our fundraising raffles. She's over there. Woo! Thank you. So this little poem is called Merry Genocide. Fill up your baskets, empty those pockets out. Just because it's Christmas, how can you forget their shouts? Supposedly the season of goodwill towards all mankind. So why hasn't them still dying even crossed your mind? Spending money hand over.
Walking, shame, shame. Genocide in your name. Genocide in your name. Walking, shame, shame. Ethnic cleansing in your name. Walking, shame, shame. Genocide in your name. Walking, shame, shame. Ethnic cleansing in your name.
Fist. Do you think Santa's got your list? We're very different, you and I. I reflect, I think before I buy. So don't spend your money in Zionist shops. Why do you want to fund the next round of snipers' shots? While you're shopping, those bombs keep dropping. While you're buying, children are still dying. Blood drips down the walls of genocide-supporting shops. Is the thought of them still dying not enough to make you stop and think of them starving and sick, no shelter from the cold, as warm, safe you decorate your tree in blood red and gold? Setting up your nativity scenes, singing carols as you go. No silent night for them as the bombs rain down on below. By the way, Jesus was Palestinian, a literal refugee born of parents fleeing. How do you know this, but still are not seeing? There should be an empty manger because you'd not actually let them in. Yet it's not loving thy neighbour that's actually the sin. Definitely no wise men nowadays, anywhere to be found, but plenty of sheep everywhere, they're all around. All swallowing up the media's endless lies, your silence allowing the blackout of infants' cries. Not that you can hear them above the sounds of a bomb's boom, their makeshift tent homes becoming their final tomb. So I think you can boycott and do without a treat or two, or you can only say you didn't care, not that you never.
Saved a life there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jean. Because last Christmas felt a bit different, and this feels all the more stark. And yes, have in mind what you buy, what you drink, what you eat, and so on. But equally, do not forget the words of the poem. Let me get this the right way around. If I must die, then you must live to tell my story. Yes. Let us not forget that we have to live to tell their story. And when we do that, we've managed to maintain our balance. Now, I've been trying to run the clock down, but I'll tell you why. Because there are 2 students who've been suspended from the School of Oriental and African Studies, or SOAS to you, in London. And they're on a train at the moment. And they were going to speak this afternoon, but the train was cancelled, and they were supposed to be getting into Lime Street at about 3:30. And I think they probably missed the cut, but certainly I think we would want to send our greetings to them, because they are being suspended for Palestine solidarity, and that should not happen. So if anybody feel that applause, we can send it to them as a greeting from here. For the next future days, we try to maintain some of normal service during this week. I know people will be out and about. But tomorrow, 1:30, Lord Street, Barclays Bank, it's open again. They had their security guards out, but they're very genial. And we leaflet to try to get people to move their accounts. Boycott, divestment and sanctions means taking money out of the pockets of the people who are doing the genocide. Taking money out of Barclays Bank by moving your account is part of that process. We try to persuade people to do it. It's not very dramatic, any of this, because moving a bank account might or might not be a difficult thing, depending on the balance in it, but it is nevertheless important to try to get that to be done. Tuesday, bumper double bill, 2:00, Clayton Square. That's the space between Boots and St John's shopping precinct. Nice open space. Carols for Palestine. Palestinian-related words. Once in Royal David City stood a big apartheid wall. That sort of thing. The carols are on our...
Stop the genocide! Free Palestine! End apartheid! Justice for Palestine! Justice for Palestine! Justice for Palestine! Justice for Palestine!
Website, we've got a own little page. Feel free to come along, and if you think you can't sing, well, I'll be the judge of that. But if you really can't sing, you can give out leaflets or rattle a tin and so on. And while I'm talking about rattling a tin, the donations bucket is on its way around with Diane, who's our chief fundraiser. That proceeds of that, if you've not clocked yet, they go to fund relief work in Khan Yunis, which is organised by comrades in Sheffield, including Mashir Al-Farah, who's visited here a few times. It's crucial work. The money is getting through, and it is helping families to live with food, never mind anything else. So if you would please be so generous. Our donations are up to, I think, £22,500. So that's also to be brought in mind, please. And it's over there at the moment. We'll come back in a minute. And also on Tuesday, 3:30, Edge Lane, the entrance to the M&S Retail Park. Now I remember what it is. That's where we hold placards and flags up for passing motorists, keeping the issue alive in a one-to-one way, sort of. It is quite uplifting for those who take part. So feel free to go along. Everybody's welcome. Plenty of placards, bring a flag, whatever. But that's 3:30 on Edge Lane. So you could actually do both without too much difficulty if you get the right bus between the two. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are probably fairly well free. But Sunday, back here, please. Same deal. 2 o'clock, Catholic Cathedral. And we'll make as much noise as we can in the middle of Christmas shopping, because that is part of what Christmas is going to be about, the people of Bethlehem, as in real life, and not as in the fantasies. So we'll see you then, I hope. In the meantime, keep the cause, and don't forget the Palestinians. Do not get distracted, because that is the big fear of other developments going on, that all the people with sort of newspapers and strap their tummies go around, walking around and say, well, now serious, what the struggle is. No, it bloody well isn't. It's in Gaza, because that's where it has been for the last 15 months. So thank you very much and good afternoon.
Turn around to your left. We won't be silent.